All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the Multi-Gen Collectibles YouTube channel, where we are going through our mid to late 80s through our mid 90s sports cards and telling stories about them. So not only are we going back through the collection that was built in my teenage years, from about, even starting before my teenage years, we'll say between the ages of maybe 7 through about 15. So not only are we going through those cards and revisiting those cards for the very first time in many, many years, in case some of you are thinking, how long? Well, we're talking 30 years. But we're also talking a little bit about the cards, a little bit about the players. So we have a box of 93-94 Fleer Ultra Basketball that we are going to dive back into and see what we have. So as you can hear me in the background, I'm kind of going in and separating some of these cards because that's what we got to do. So here we go. This is part 4 of a 4-part series. Actually, no, this would be a 6-part series. So this box of Fleer Ultra had 36 packs, 12 cards per pack. So we're talking 390 something cards, almost 400 cards. And we also had other non-basketball cards and other brand cards in here that we went through in the first couple videos. So now let's jump into the next stack of cards. All right, so here we go. Orlando Woolridge. I remember when he played for the Lakers. I think he played for the Clippers at some point as well. So we have Orlando. Eric Murdoch. I remember when he came into the league, he was kind of a high draft pick at one point as well. Lee Mayberry. Where did he go to college? That's not his second year, or that's not his rookie card. So I'm trying to remember where he went to college, but I remember his name for some reason at some point. That sound in the background, that's Gray hanging out in here with me. So the Gray dog is in here. Let's see, Lee Mayberry, Blue Edwards, got a couple of those. Todd Day, I remember him being a sought after player as well. Brikowski. And this dude right here, Vin Baker. Yeah, he was highly sought after by collectors and fans of the sport. So there you have your Vin Baker rookie card. So we've got 1, 2, 3 of those. We'll sleeve those up as well in a moment. Anthony Avent or Event. Have a few of those back to back. Again, these have been in this box for 30 years basically. Ooh. And they've been moved around a couple times. Steve Smith, highly sought after card. Oh, you want to go outside? You don't want to hang out with me? Okay. We have Brian Shaw on this one. This was before he joined the Lakers and won a couple championships with LA in those early 2000 years. Let's see here. We have Ronnie Cycli, one of the early Euro players to come over to the NBA and make a name for himself. Glenn Rice. There's Glenn Rice. A little bit of a corner. I wouldn't even say a lift, but hardly noticeable, but it's there. Glenn Rice, looks like we have 1, 2 of those. And then one of my favorite players that came into the league around this time, I was actually following him when he was in college at USC, but this is Harold Miner. And many people called him Baby Jordan, left-handed assassin. Not only could he shoot the ball, his game was up there, but he definitely was a high-flying act. So I remember one year he either won the slam dunk contest No, he did. He did win the slam dunk contest. I think that was either like 94 or 95. So Harold Miner, Baby Jordan, Grant Long. Have a few of those. We have Bimbo Coles. Got a couple of the Bimbo Coles. Now we're on to the Lakers, my squad. Still a lifelong Lakers fan. Always will be. And then you have Vlade Divac on the card as well in the background. So we have a James Worthy, Hall of Famer. Anthony Peeler, another left-hand assassin. Looks like we have George Lynch with a first-round draft pick rookie card. George Lynch was dope to watch. And I remember watching him when he was at North Carolina. So definitely following him in college as well. Vlade. We have 1, 2, 3 Vlades. Look at that. The trifecta. Another Euro player that came over and destroyed it, killed it before he went to Sacramento and had a great career at Sacramento. Along with this guy, Doug Christie. If I remember correctly, I think Vlade and Christie went to Sacramento. I think they went to Charlotte first as part of that big blockbuster deal that brought Kobe Bryant to LA. And if I remember correctly, I think Eddie Jones went with them, sadly. Sam Bowie was with the Nets, and as you can see here on the card, he was traded to LA. Then we have John Williams, the other team in LA. Yeah, that other team. Hold on, y'all. Let me let my dog out real quick. All right, my apologies. Let's jump back into it. All right, everybody, my apologies for that, but we'll jump right back into the content, back into the video. Here we go. We have John Williams with the Clippers. We have Loy Vaught. We have 1, 2, 3 of those here. Looks like maybe 4. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Stanley Roberts. I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I want to say Stanley Roberts ended up having a on-air TV career after the NBA. Correct me if I'm wrong. This man right here, Danny Manning, probably one of the greatest Clippers to ever play, especially in his prime. Look at Mark Jackson. Mama, there goes that man. For those of you that watch the NBA and follow the NBA, yeah, this was in his playing days before he was a coach. And then you have Ron Harper, part of the Clippers, before he went to Chicago and won a few championships, and then came to LA to the Lakers and won a few championships with LA. So, as some of you may know, his son Dylan Harper is in the NBA now. So, a little bit of a legacy. Next up, we have Indiana Pacers. Here's Rick Smits, the dunking Dutchman, as they used to call him. Detlef Schrempf, also a great player in the 90s and 80s. Pooh Richardson. Yep, I remember Pooh Richardson. I think he played for the Clippers at one point too, if I'm not mistaken. Sam Mitchell. We got a few of those Sam Mitchells. Something about this card, man. These 92, 93 Fleer Ultras, and even the 92, 93, the 93, 94. These are the 93, 94s. Love the full photo front side and the gloss. You know, kind of reminds me of the top Stadium Club style and then the upper deck style. So they definitely knew what they were doing here in the early to mid 90s. Look at this man, Reggie Miller. Got 2 of those. Vern Fleming, Dale Davis. Man, Reggie Miller. made a household name for himself. And as he says, he was the second greatest basketball player in the family. Some of you may know who his sister was, or is, I should say. The great Cheryl Miller. All right, Doug Smith. Now we're on to Dallas. Looks like the Mavericks are on deck. Doug Smith. We have a Sean Rooks sighting. There's Sean Rooks. Got a few of those. Jimmy Jackson. Jimmy Jackson. That was a cold player right there. Donald Hodge. Looks like we have 3 of those, maybe 4. Yep, 4 of those. This man here, Derek Harper. Again, is Derek Harper related to Ron Harper? I don't know, but we need to find out because I'm not sure. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then we have Terry Davis. Now we're on to the Cavaliers. So here we have John Williams, otherwise known as Hot Rod. John Hot Rod Williams. We got 1, 2, 3 of those. Okay, all right. Oh, 2 of those. Gerald Wilkins, Dominique Wilkins' brother, also played in the league. Really great, really good player. Really solid player for many years. Mark Price, solid player. I don't know, should Mark Price be in the Hall of Fame? What about Larry Nance? Should Larry Nance be in the Hall of Fame? Slam dunk champion, right? Rookie card for Chris Mills, first round draft pick. Danny Ferry from Duke. And Brad Daugherty. I think Brad Daugherty also went to Duke. Or maybe did he go to North Carolina? Let us know, Daugherty. Which school did you go to? And then wrapping it up, we got Terrell Brandon. So that's going to conclude part 4. Let's go ahead and jump into part 5 of this 1993-94 Flair Ultra Basketball box. Thank you for watching Multi-Gen Collectibles YouTube channel. Thank you for being with us. Please like, subscribe, and share the content. And let's talk about whether you want these cards or not, because these are all for sale. These could be yours. All right, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.